How would you feel about being exposed to a question that you could ask yourself that could unlock something within you that would give you so much more free time, or for some of you, any free time for that matter, and then some? Would a question like that, would you be interested in that? I bet that's a resounding, yeah, Tom. So here it is. Yesterday I was listening to a woman talk about how freaking busy her life used to be. She had no time for absolutely anything. She was a mom, she was a wife, multiple jobs just to make ends meet. And she had to keep doing it over and over. It was the same thing every freaking day, every freaking week. And she was wondering, she said to her husband, she said, "Dear, I need to find a way to make money in my sleep. I'm sick and tired of living like this. How can I make money in my sleep?" That's the question. How many busy people, how many of you out there that are so busy are asking that question? Maybe you don't know to ask that question. So you're watching a video like this where I'm planting that seed in your brain. That question is like, if I could put a monetary value on it, it's a priceless question, especially as you find the answer to it, because questions are answers as you go down those bunny trails. But that's a worthwhile bunny trail to go down and find the answer to that question. How can I make money in my sleep? Go down that path. And you know what? This woman I listened to, she figured it out. She's telling her story in retrospect now because she's figured it out. The answer to that is to figure out how to build a passive and residual income. So then the next question becomes, well, how do I do that? Well, that's what she had to really figure out. And it took some time. I want to say she said it took her about a year or so, which is actually quicker than the average person, to be honest with you. But of the average person that do create the passive and residual income that gets high enough to where they do create money in their sleep and they don't need a job anymore, it usually takes, anywhere between 2 and 5 years. Somewhere is the average of that. It took me 2.5 years. It took this woman about 1 year, which is faster than average. But even if it takes 5 years, 10 years, let's say it takes 10 years, way longer than average. It's like you'll never get it at a job, because the job is the complete opposite. You don't make money in your sleep. At a job, you only make money when you're working. You're selling your time for money, and that's the infamous perpetual hamster wheel. There's no end to it. You have to keep going. Otherwise, you stop getting paid, then you lose your ability to nourish your family and pay your bills. So that is the question that I'd like to inspire you to start asking yourself. How can I make money in my sleep? Because that's what gives you your free time. And you're not going to get more free time unless you make a decision. You're going to have freedom of the mind first, because some people hear that and automatically, money in my sleep, well, that's got to be a scam. Okay, well, freedom of the mind precedes all other freedoms. So first, become free in your mind to the possibility that you can do it without scamming anybody. How about the possibility that you can make money in your sleep while adding value to the planet and to people's lives in one way or another? See, the people that I learn from, very on purpose, I learn from selectively from people who make lots of money by adding value. I don't learn from the crooks of the world that make lots of money who got rich by ripping people off. I think they're bastards. I think they're assholes, actually. And so that's where I learn from people that make tons of money by adding value to people's lives. And the kind of money that they make is passive and residual. The kind that rolls in while they're sleeping, on vacation, working, it doesn't matter. Their time is completely detached from money. And when your time is completely detached from money, that's when you're a free human being and to do it. This is what I teach in my 30 Days to Profit training group. This is exactly what I teach. And the people that get in this and take it seriously, even if it's just a few minutes a day, because that's all they got, or a few hours a day, or whatever it is, the ones that take it seriously are the ones that start creating money in their sleep. And some of them go on to no longer being needy for a job. And it's like, when you cross that threshold to where your passive and residual money is high enough, then you decide if you want to keep your job or get rid of it. But at the very least, and this is a lot, by the way, at the very least, which is a lot, you will not have to be needy for a job for its paycheck. You can take it or leave it. It won't flip and matter anymore, because you're a free human being, followed by freedom of the mind. And it doesn't matter if you love your job. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a neediness for a paycheck, which is slavery. Money is a terrible master. Money is a horrible master. So tying your time to it, which is what you're doing at a job, is no way to depend on money to pay your bills, because you're completely vulnerable. going to pay more in taxes. You're going to be more ripped off through the tax code. You're going to be more penalized the more money that you make. You lose more wealth. And most of all, it just enslaves you. You have to trade your time for it, for job money. And when you're selling your time for money, you're also selling your mind and your body and your spirit. When you detach yourself from money, you get your mind back and your spirit. That's where your spirit thrives. Human beings were not made to be shackled to money. And if you're needy for a paycheck to pay your bills, you're shackled to money, and money is a horrible master. It kills the spirit. So first, really, you gotta change your spirit. You gotta upgrade your spirit so you can free your mind, and then begin that beautiful journey. Take that year, 2, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is, to create that passive residual money big enough to where you're a free human being and the spirit soars. And that's what it's all about, the spirit in the end. And living a better friggin' life. How cool is that? And that's exactly what I teach in my 30 Days to Profit training sequence. So, hey, if you like this video, click the share button. If you know somebody that might like it too, if you feel this video is worthy, click the share button. I would appreciate it. And it's a good message to get out there, I think. And also, you might like my website a lot too. It's called fireyourboss.xyz, not .com. .com is different. Fireyourboss.xyz. Thousands of pieces of content I've created. If you like stuff like in this video, you'll probably love my fireyourboss.xyz website. Just cherry pick through it, whatever you need. Thousands of pieces of content, all to do with health, healing, happiness, wellness, philanthropy, mindset training, freedom, financial freedom, and how the truly rich measures their wealth by their time, not their money. And how there's a relationship between time and money, and not all money is created equal. There's job money that enslaves you, and then there's passive and residual money that frees you. That's a good bunny trail to go down. Take care, everyone. And by the way, if you would like to know about my 30 Days to Profit training sequence to see if it's something that you would like to participate in, let me know. I'll share a video with you that I made about it, and you can see if it's good or if it's not the thing for you. Either way, totally cool. Just ask for it, I'll send it. Bye for now.